We are with the Professor Emeritus, Dr. William Tiller from Stanford University. Welcome and aloha.
Aloha to you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Pleasure to have you in this state.
Good.
You have been very famous from your knowledge and research on intuition and intention.
I would say that's probably true, but there was a time when I was famous for my orthodox science.
What is the difference? Can you explain the journey?
The difference is that orthodox science has a hangover from the days of Descartes. That is that no human qualities of consciousness, intention, emotion, mind, or spirit can significantly influence a well-designed target experiment in physical reality. And that may have been true in the days of Descartes, but it is no longer true. Our experiments show that that is very, very wrong. It says that our science is very limited. It is able to do some interesting things, but it's missing the point relative to humans. Right.
So this weekend you will be giving a workshop.
I will be giving basically a workshop, certainly Thursday night at Spalding Auditorium.
What will that be about?
That will be the same general topic but trimmed down. But I'll be talking with Q&A for 2.5 hours on this general topic, showing how our orthodox science community went astray and what is needed to get it back on track, how to change the paradigm to one that is more human-oriented, more consciousness-oriented, and more hopeful for the world.
Will be the weekend?
The weekend will now expand that picture to give chapter and verse. Much data, lots of explanations, how we're on the threshold of opening a door to a new universe of understanding. And it will be a lot of fun for orthodox science when they open their eyes and expand their wings into the new area.
And will there be like some kind of exercises or practical applications?
The practical application is we have shown that all humans have their acupuncture meridian system at what's called a couple level of reality. The couple level of reality, there's 2 levels of physical reality which normally do not interact with each other. But using intention, it's possible to bring about that interaction. And it is the new level, which functions in the physical vacuum, that is influenced by intention. And thus it only enters measurement reality. In real life...
Can you help us understand and practically use our intentions?
Yes.
Because I have noticed in my work as emotional freedom coach, I noticed with people that they really want to learn how to use the secret to manifest things, to grow.
I think of the secret, by the way, as preschool.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it was very important for masses, to move people towards.
I was surprised at how many people were there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so will this workshop that you will give us, will this help us in our life in some way that we can move to the next step or learn the people, how to touch intuition?
People already have the infrastructure in themselves. They just need to practice. And they can change themselves from a normal individual to an adept, from an adept to a master, and from a master to an avatar.
Is
all
that
of us can do
for
it.
Everyone?
Yes, but maybe not in just one lifetime. I will certainly put it in front of them in very rich ways. It's there for everybody. We all can do it. We have to care enough. We have to give it meaning. We have to be disciplined, and we have to practice. We have been able to, we built a device to measure the change in the energy state of the room when one of these conditioned intention host devices is operating in the room. And ultimately we want to turn that into a biofeedback device.
So, excuse me, what is intention host device?
It is, what we do is with the intention, we imprint it into a little electronic box.
Will you bring it to the workshop?
I will show it. I didn't bring it. I'll tell people where they can buy one, but they have to imprint it themselves. And I'll show all the data. I mean, it's how we do it, how we imprint these things, how we put them to work. So there are many ways to do it. We have found a pathway which is very straightforward. Good science, if one pays attention. And as I say, from our measurements, everybody has the capability. And this is the pathway for our evolution over the next, we'll call it epochs of our evolutionary process. Because you soon get out of this space-time domain and into domains that are not temporal. And so you can't quite use time. But if you were to count it in time, maybe you'd be talking about the next several million years of your existence. You will change a great deal.
Which is nothing.
Which is nothing.
From another perspective.
From another perspective, yes. Exactly.
And will you be able to explain maybe scientifically to people how come that Reiki works? How come that tapping works? What is the science behind it?
If people ask the questions, I will be talking about some of the healing work from the reconnection healing, the Eric Pearl work, because I've done measurements on that and have very good data. It's very important. So it relates to all healing aspects. So I'm willing to respond to any question the audience wishes to ask,
so
if I can.
If anybody has a question related to your personal growth, related to techniques you are using, come to this workshop on Thursday, Saturday and Sunday,
yes.
All in UH. Personally, if I can ask you the question, how come EFT works? What is your research behind tapping? Why tapping works?
Well, it's complex, but the issue is that tapping is producing a stimulus like succussion in homeopathy. And you're tapping acupuncture points. The acupuncture meridian system is the template upon which the electric body is built. So when you tap the acupuncture point, you're going to the source of physical events in life, of the body. So once you start, and the important point is that that level of reality is already at the coupled state of reality, and I'll explain what that means in the not right here. I have to use diagrams
in the workshop. More time.
But basically, when you are tapping, you have an intention to make a change, and you are touching the source.
Yeah, let's say for the headache.
Right. You're touching the source, and so your intention becomes very strong because you're putting it into the acupuncture meridian system. And therefore, the intent, because that's the level upon which intention works in our devices, and therefore it gets to the body.
Gary Craig said once, he said, the tapping itself, it doesn't make much difference as the intention, and he said you will see in few years, nobody will tap anymore.
You don't need to.
Because we will tap into inside.
Exactly. You can hold, that's the whole point, is to hold the intention in your mind. Ultimately, we humans are the device. Everything gets built into us. We don't need training wheels. We have the capability, and when we build it into ourselves, build the infrastructure, etc. And when you build infrastructure into the body, more spirit enters.